don't feel exactly right if your bike's straight in the gate. You know, you're going to feel that, like, hey man, I may get into this guy, or that guy's a little bit crooked. Don't just settle for that. Get your gait exactly right. That's real important. Like 50% of the races is determined by starts. So the first thing that I would like you to do is determine what type of traction that you're going to get. The second thing you do is you roll up on the front of the seat and you take the slack out of your pants. Okay? And the reason is that was when you drop the clutch, if you got slack in your pants, it will slide backwards, and when it slides backwards, it upsets your motorcycle. That will transition the weight from the middle of your motorcycle to the rear, and that will cause you to wheel and pull out and do different stuff. So the first thing you do is you take the slack out of your jeans. The next thing you do is what I was talking about is how far forward you're going to lean or whatever. So you go ahead and get in the position that you're going to be, and you weight your pegs, guys. Especially everyone that can touch, you weight your pegs. See how I'm pulling them back just a little bit? You don't have to pull them all the way back like this, but when you weight that peg just a little bit, pull it back, that transitions the weight from your body to your motorcycle, and that will actually make you one with the motorcycle. If you're like this and it happens to jump, you may put one leg out or do this right here, but when you're like this, more than likely you will take off and you will have a straighter start. The next thing you do is when the gate turns to 1, before it goes sideways, you start getting ready, and you're holding your front brake, and you try to find that position that your chain's going to be tight. Okay, normally on a 250F like this, it's going to be somewhere around 3/4 throttle. 125s are a little bit more. That little KTM 80 is really strong out of the hole. He could probably get by with half throttle. But your Yamahas and your Suzukis and that, you need to be at least 3/4 throttle. And you'll find that sweet spot. It'll start to sound really, really good off the throttle. There's never none of this, one. You find that, brrr, you find that real sweet spot in it. You're weighting your pegs, you hold your front brake, and when you let out the clutch a little bit, when the car goes sideways, you let out the clutch just enough so this chain will stay tight. And when it gets tight, when you release the clutch, your motorcycle will go forward. If you've got your clutch in and that chain's got slack, when it tightens up, your motorcycle will squat and you will wheel it. Okay, so you've got to hold the front brake, and I can always feel my motorcycle go. It starts to like squat just a little bit. It'll go. Start to pull the front end down just a little bit. Then you know you've got your motorcycle weighted. It also heats up your clutch just a little bit, so that when you drop the clutch, that it's not going from hero to zero. I mean, it's a more smoother transaction. And they say, you know, like they're slipping the clutch. Well, you don't really have to slip it if you've got that chain real good and tight, because you're kind of slipping it already anyway. And then it's just a fluid motion. You're up over the handlebars. You're watching the gate or the pin, whichever you decide to do. The pin is the first thing that moves, but I have always watched the gate. I get better. And I try to, if there's not a mark on the gate, I'll take a little piece of mud, roll it up and put it on the top of the gate, something that I can stare at, or I'll take a rock and I'll make an X in it, something that I can stare at. And you really got to concentrate on that gate. Don't worry about whatever else is going beside of you. And you're leaning forward, weighting your pegs. Your clutch is out just enough to tighten your chain, holding your front brake, and it's 3/4 throttle. And it's a smooth motion. You know, no jerking from here to here. Let the motorcycle get tracking, and once the motorcycle gets tracking, then you extend up and catch a gear, and when you catch a gear, you're going backwards, just like this. I know you've seen number 15, really, really good extend. What's on the up and up with what's going on in motocross right now. And, you know, he's trying to pay attention, and the reason he's paying attention with that is, you know, he wants to help you guys. You know, we're doing this to try to help you. Okay. I get you right behind me where I want you, then I swing my brakes on and throw you up. Take off. I go to every corner. You follow me. You can do it. Okay. You cannot give yourself a chance to win if you follow. Little thing and jump plumb off the track to the left. Okay. You can move anywhere you want to. I know it's the fastest line going up the right, but if he bobbles, you pass him. You start getting out in there and backing him in a little bit, start floating into the corners a little bit. Couple punches to do that. Most important thing, coming back across this little thing right here, that way